All right, hello. Thank you for coming and joining me on this wacky Wednesday. Off to try to make $150 as fast as we can. Let's see how it goes. Okay, the first order we got was $10.57 for Myers, going 5.2 miles for 20 items. Looked at the items. It's like 5 ramen noodles and 5 something else. But then it wants flowers and pest control. So not a great order, but first order of the day. I always like to take the first one, get my day started, gets me in the mood. So let's see how this goes. Well, I just dropped off that Myers. It was funny, his name was the same as my uncle's and it was next door to my uncle. At first I thought I was delivering to my uncle, but it would have been a better order if there was a couple items that was hard to find. The spaghetti sauce shelf is basically bare, so couldn't get that, refunded it. And then wanted some bug repellent, but they took that whole department and is turning it into Christmas, so it was hard to find any kind of bug repellent, at least the kind that he wanted. So it's like a little bitty section now because it's Christmas is taking over. All right, getting an order from McDonald's. Let's see what happens. Just picked up that order from McDonald's, and here it is, breakfast time, and the frappe machine is down. So I had to call the customer, switch to sweet tea, put in the app that it was substituted. So now it's a hand to me at a building that I'm not allowed to go in because it's a government building. So hopefully she'll be there waiting for us. Okay, it doesn't look like it's the government building, so maybe they moved. Oh, they did. Okay, so this makes it nice. Okay, 1 hour down, $17.57. Just got an order to go to Myers for $15, 8.2 miles for 12 items, I think. I forget how many items. Well, the shopping for that order only took 6 minutes. Checkout took 3. What I did see is it asked for hot dogs, and the note it said, make sure they're beef and SNAP approved. But there is nothing on the shelves to tell me if it's SNAP approved or not. When I check out, it doesn't tell me if it was SNAP approved or not. So my question is, how do I know if it is or if it isn't? Maybe somebody has a way they know. That would be great to share. If you go to the self-checkout, at least at my Myers, I can ask the clerk to come over and they'll scan an item. So there's a 24-pack of Coke, and instead of me lifting out of the cart, they just come over and scan it, and I don't have to lift it. It's just a hint, so you don't have to keep picking up heavy items and putting them back. They will come over and scan them even if you're in the self-checkout. Well, that Meyer order is dropped off. As you approach the customer's house, do you contemplate how you're going to deliver it? Like in this case, I had 3 grocery bags full of food and a 24-pack of Coke. I had to go up a little bit of an incline and some steps. I always think about, can I carry it all in one load? How can I carry it? If the instructions are complicated, I try to think in my head before I go to the customer's house how I'm going to do the handoff, or how am I going to take this amount of food and place it in the least amount of trips. I like to do everything in one trip if possible. So I didn't know if other people contemplate that before they get there. Do you wait until you're there and then think about it? So I just got a stacked order for $10.25 going 5 point something miles. McAllister's and Crumble Cookie, they're next to each other. It looks like the houses are close by. So a fair order. So the nice thing about this stacked order, the restaurants were next to each other. I went into McAllister's, it's what popped up first on my app. I went in, the order was still in process, so I was able to just jump task and go straight on over to Crumble Cookie and pick up the order there while I waited. By the time I picked up the order, got it in the car, back to McAllister's, my order was just finished. So able to multitask and get it done. Well, the stacked order ended up being, I'm still on it. You have to pass the high school to get to the drop-off. And for some reason, the high school is having a half day. There's kids everywhere, cars everywhere. And this quick drop-off is taking forever. So, trying to be flexible, stay calm. But man, I want to scream right now. I was in a good mood. So hopefully after I drop this off, traffic will clear the next time I come this way. All right, I accepted an order for $12 Food Lab. It was going 13 miles, but it was still in the zone. I was happy with that. Not thrilled, but happy. Go inside the restaurant. It's going to be a long wait, so I unassigned it. Come out to the car, and I got a $23 order for 3 Petco deliveries. One of them is across the bridge into Louisville. I don't take those because they don't pay you for the toll bridge. Some of the bridges are out. Some of the whole bridge thing is a mess. Then they gave me a $3.50 order for Taco Bell. I declined. And now I'm on a McDonald's order for $6.75 plus. You know how I feel about the pluses? Probably a quarter. So let's go see. Well, this lunch hour is not going well with the declines, unassigned. This McDonald's order that has a plus sign with the high school getting out early was packed. I had to wait. But I met well, right again, it was a head and quarter. I don't know why they do that, but oh well. All right, that's an order for Meyer, $6.25, 3 items. The 3 items is 2 bags of chips and a box of candy. So maybe it's one of these high schoolers that got out half a day early. I don't know, and it's close by, so $6 more to make. So this whole Myers order is a mess. They stacked it for $7 and something. Okay, great. So I get it. And then the first order I got, they didn't have the exact chips he wanted, so he wants me to refund him his order. I said, well, I am not able to do that, but you could call and cancel. I sent him pictures of other options. He's just angry, won't answer my texts, won't answer my phone calls. But shortly after that, I get a text that he did cancel it, because I tried to call him. Of course, he didn't answer, so I let him know this is how this works. So then the order they stacked is 2 24 packs of water and 2 juices. It is going to an apartment complex. I knew that much. So I texted him and said, hey, do you live on the first floor? No, I live on the second floor. But then he immediately wrote back and said, I will come out and get them. Just call me when you get here. So I was relieved. So that's good. I think I worded all that right. So I had an order. Then they stacked it. That one, it was fine. It was just, looks like somebody's making sherbet, some Sprite, or making a punch. It's Sprite and sherbet. Then after the guy canceled, it added another order, which was the waters and juice. I can't unassign because I've already unassigned, and I got the completion rate is the hardest one out of the 2 requirements of the acceptance rate and completion rate. So I try to keep my completion rate sound, and the acceptance rate I fluctuate with some. So Alright, I'm almost there. Hopefully he'll come out and carry this water. If not, it's going at the bottom of the stairs because I cannot carry it. Well, it's 10 after 1. I've been out for about 3.5 hours. I have made $63.57. I got $4 something for the half pay of the one Myers order. So if you're wanting to do this type of work, you have to find encouragement from within, even on the bad days. For me, sometimes it's just listening to an inspirational podcast. I go to Spotify and try to find something inspiring. I like politics. I listen to political shows or listen to some favorite songs and just pretend to be happy whenever I'm frustrated. Yesterday I was really frustrated. So I think just trying to think about the end goal, and if you keep pushing through and keep pushing through, it does change. You never know what the day is going to bring. I'll start off making $5 an hour and end up with an average of 30, or I might start off with a $30 first hour and I'm like, all right, this is my day, and then end up only my average be $12 an hour for the day. So, just trying to dig really deep to find your motivation and your encouragement can definitely be a challenge. Got an offer for $4.50 for Burger King going a half a mile. I thought, okay, that'd be quick enough. I'll do that real quick. It's 11 items, drinks, all kinds of stuff. I've delivered to this person before and no tip or anything. So I unassigned it. If the order wasn't ready, but if the order was ready and it was an easy order, I would have went ahead and did it. But there was no way I was doing that with such a small amount, a complicated order. Order wasn't ready. So now I'm on my way to Taco Bell for $6, going 2 miles. Just got an order for Panda Express for $9.25, going 10.5 miles. It's definitely not worth it because I got to drive back to the zone. But at this point, I'm a little discouraged and just kind of feel like the drive will help me reset. And hopefully all the people in the area will be settled and out of the restaurants and it can move a little faster. So here we go. I'm talking to the app going, please stack it, please stack it. Do you do that too? Well, I just picked up the Panda Express order, and to find out it's this one teller at this bank, and she always orders and hardly ever tips. So most of this should be DoorDash pay. I don't know why she doesn't understand that she's in a whole nother city. She needs a tip more. She'll tip $2 for her Chick-fil-A every morning, and it's like, I usually decline her because I expect it, but I've never had her at lunchtime. But if I knew it was her, I would have definitely declined it. But I need the ride and trying to stay positive this part of the day. Gives me just a moment to get away, but I was so disappointed when I realized it was her. Do you have any of those customers that you don't like to deliver to? My customer rating was hanging at around 4.9 for, up and down, right around in that area for the longest time. And after watching some videos and listening to some feedback, I delivered this order one day and she's like, how is the food so hot if it's not in a hot bag? Well, I put it in the hot bag when I leave the restaurant, and then when I pulled up to the customer's house, I would take it out of the hot bag and give it to them, and the food was nice and hot. But the presentation of a hot bag, no matter if it's a leave it door or a hand to me, makes a world of difference. After I started always taking my hot bag, about 97% of the time, my ratings have been staying 4.99 for a long time. Now that could change any second. Anybody could be unhappy. But that was, if you're trying to increase your customer rating, take your hot bag everywhere to deliver. And it seems crazy, I know, but I don't think they understand, or it's a presentation. You're taking the extra care, and it has really improved my customer ratings. And I know, well, you're leaving at the door, how do you know, what does it matter? But with all the Ring doorbells, and they do watch you drop your food off, you can just pay attention. You'll see them look through the blinds, or you know, they're nearby. When you drop it off, you can hear them. So it is about presentation. You can always try it for a couple weeks and see if you notice a change in your customer ratings. Well, she tipped better than normal. It was $3.50. Rest of it was DoorDash. So I figured it was more DoorDash than her. I don't know. Well, I'm at the 5-hour mark, and I have made $82 all day. So that is definitely discouraging. I'm sitting here thinking, do I want to go ahead and go home, make it up on Saturday? So I'm going to give it one more spin around the area. If nothing hits, I might end up going home. It is. Usually Wednesdays are booming. I make good money on Wednesdays. Wednesdays and Fridays, I usually expect to make extra. So kind of sad today. A little bit. Definitely not getting the orders I anticipated. So there we go. Got an order. $8 plus, going to McDonald's for 3 miles. All right, well, maybe I'll get remotivated. Well, that plus sign was actually $1, so that wasn't bad. $9 for that McDonald's. It didn't take long to get the food, so that's good. Made sure I didn't put the food too close to the door, since they have a screen door. Set it out for just a little ways, so they don't have to reach too far, but they can get out their door. So many people put it in front of the screen door. Well, that Meyer order was pretty easy. It took about 5 minutes to shop and about 2 minutes to check out. The cashier came over and rang up all the drinks while I was ringing up the other food. Quick and easy. But one thing I wanted to note is they requested the 4 cups of macaroni and cheese. You know how they have that package and there's 4 cups in it. All the macaroni and cheese were gone, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do? You know, let me substitute it for something else. And I'd already got to the barcode portion of it, and in the middle section, like going to the cash register, is all the macaroni and cheese. I guess because it was on sale, they had it in the center aisle. So I tried to go back to scan it in correctly, but it wouldn't let me. It already passed that point. So I had already texted her, showed her that the shelves were empty, and that's why I substituted it with what I substituted with. But then once I found it, I was able to text her back and say, hey, these are in the center aisle. I was able to get your original request, and it didn't reject my red card or anything. There was no way I could go back in the app and fix it, but at least I was able to fix it for the customer with no issue with my red card, no issue anywhere else. I'm sure on my shopping stats it'll show I did not find the original item, but there was no way to go back. And I'll have to eat that one. I didn't think about the center aisle having the sale items, especially macaroni and cheese. You would think it would be in both places. So I wanted to note that. Always, before, if you can't find something and it's on sale, look in the center aisle. On the end caps, you know to look, but I didn't realize they emptied all the shelves to put them in the center aisle. Oh well, something I learned today. Well, my heart's in my stomach. I went to deliver. I was going to take a picture, you know, like I talked about earlier this morning. Kind of have a plan how I'm going to carry everything. So I go up. There's bushes. Go on the porch. I looked at the door. Okay, I can put it to the side. There's a screen door. Went to bend down, and the lady was sitting there working behind the bushes in her chair, working from home. Scared me to death. So that was crazy. But so I didn't get a picture. I didn't do anything. I was she was right there. She was, oh, we scare people. And I'm like, oh no. She definitely scared me. So it was funny, but it was scary too. Well, I've been out almost 6 hours and I've only made $102. So I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. My goal is always 150, but I'm exhausted. It's going slow, and I have a lot of gas. I've only used 85 miles, so I'd rather just quit, come back out tomorrow, try it again, and see if I can't make more money per mile and everything. So it's been real. It wasn't a bad day. It was just not a good money making day. I hope everyone is profitable, a lot more profitable than I was today. And I hope all your goals and whatever you aspire to do gets done. And God bless you.